That's right. We're back on that no edit train. No edits, no cuts, just talking from the heart. This is a series where I'm trying to do 30 uploads in 30 days, just to get in the feeling of uploading and sharing things that are on my mind. And we're doing another one. We're doing one, and if you've stayed tuned and you've watched things, I'm trying to do some that don't have any cuts, that are just one-take wonders, because I've just been running into some technical difficulties and I need something to speed these along. So you might ask yourself, what are we talking about today? And well, I was thinking we could talk a little bit about my everyday carry. Everyday carry, EDC, if you're unfamiliar with that, is like a whole thing online where it's just what people carry with them all the time. Obviously, there's like pocket clutter and things like that. But sometimes you have bags and various things. I have multiple different bags like this. This is a Tomtoc little tech organizer that has all sorts of gadgets and gizmos. And this is something that I have used a lot in the past. I really like these. And there's a different Tomtoc one that I have. One second, let me grab it. That is a bit smaller, like this. This is a little tech pouch organizer. And you can see the comparison of these right here, side by side, side by side. And I ended up getting this one because it was just a little smaller. When I had my son, I realized that I was trying to figure out how to carry stuff places. Because I have a backpack when I'm doing work stuff, but when I'm not working, then I don't necessarily need the whole backpack. I have various sling bags that I use from time to time, but then just bringing a sling on top of a diaper bag, on top of a stroller, on top of all of that felt a little cumbersome. So this was a bit too big to fit into other things, but because of this one's small enough that it really fits into anything pretty well. I can put this in my son's diaper bag, and then anything that I might need in here is just in there as well. And I can just make that work, you know? A lot of times if I'm just going and doing my thing, I have my phone in my pocket, I have my wallet in my pocket, I might have a few other key things in my pocket that I want, but if I might need a few more things, I'll throw this in a backpack, or I will throw this in the diaper bag. But I was just gonna give you a little tour of what's in it. It's not super exciting, but it's still pretty cool. So starting out, I have some stuff that's not in here. So you're gonna listen to me talk because there's no cuts in this, you know? There's no cuts. So I'm going to soothe you with my ears, soothe you with my ears, soothe you with my words. That sounds better. And I'm just gonna grab the things that I wanted to show you because they are in little pockets here because I was using them. All right, so what was I saying? I normally have my phone. Wallet-wise, I have this Secrid wallet. I love wallets. I switch through them a lot. This is just a nice little balance of leather. Has a little latch here that shoots your cards up. It unfolds. You can fit a few things in there. I'm not gonna do it right now because I don't wanna deal with blurring the cards right now, but I like this wallet. I switch through them a lot though. Something that I keep in here as well is these AirPods. And I use an Android phone, but I got gifted these a while back and they're still great. They work great with Android. They don't have all the features, but I still use them with my computers and my iPad and all of that. I have my name on them. That's pretty nice. And just for travel, it's hard to beat these. I like big headphones, but when you're trying to travel light, it's hard to beat these. So I like those. I usually carry some sort of everyday carry light. I have a couple of them. This is the one I keep in this bag. This is a Wuben G5. Looks pretty cool, right? It's just way brighter than, oh, it's red mode right there. You won't be able to tell because this is a black and white video. But it just can get really bright like this. And what's nice about this one is that it has a magnet base. It has a little latch right here so you can clip it to a shirt or a pocket, and this thing rotates fully. So you can rotate that around. And what's nice about that is it's good for projects. If I've had leaks under my sink and I can magnet this to something and aim the light and I can see directly where I need to see. It's small, it's way brighter than your phone, so I recommend a little portable flashlight like that. I have a multi-tool in here. See this guy? It's nothing fancy. I was given it. I don't know anything about the brand. It's Cabela's, and it just has the normal things. It's got knife, little screwdrivers, and it's got this tiny pair of pliers that comes in handy more than you would think. So I'm a fan of multi-tools. I have a couple that lie around in different places, but this is the one I keep in this little bag just in case I need to get a knife or use a screwdriver or whatever. This little tiny bag is falling apart, but it keeps it from scraping other things. I have a pen. That's not very exciting, but I have a pen in there just because I like notebooks and paper things. And speaking of that, I have a notebook. This is not Field Notes, it's an off-brand, but just a little notebook, an extra pen in there if I need to write something or draw something out. I've got a tile tracker that I got a while back. It's just nice to throw in a bag and kind of have some peace of mind that I might be able to find it if I misplace it. So I've got that. I have this, not exciting, but it's just a USB-C charger and brick. This is actually for my iPad, but I can use it with my phone or whatever. It's pretty fast charging. Just have this in there just because it's nice to have a charger if you need to charge something. Let's see, I've got some business cards. They are outdated, so I'm not going to show those on camera because I don't need to do that. I have this little charging puck for this smartwatch of mine. Just uses USB-C right there to charge. And then I can use the other charger to charge it. This thing lasts like 10 days to 2 weeks, which is pretty nice. I don't always need that, but it's nice to have. A Tide to Go pen, because sometimes you make a mess on your shirt. There's one time I was driving for work and I got something on my shirt, like coffee or something, I can't remember, but I stopped to pick up a Tide to Go pen because normally we have some. My wife gets these. I was like, I don't need that. And then now at this point, it's just nice to have. If you got a stain, you need a Tide to Go pen. My wife found me these. These are loop earbuds. And this is just a little container. There's some little transparent loops in there and they're just earbuds. These are the Engage 2, I believe, and they're good for conversations. I can still hear people, but it kind of mutes everything. So I'm someone that a lot of sound or big crowds will kind of get me distracted. It's really hard to focus. So this is good for situations like that. It's also good for, I don't know, if you're worn out or stressed out and you just need to zen out without using music or anything, I use those. So good for travel. And then I've got a few little amenities in here. I don't need to even pull all these out. I've got like a little chapstick, some flossers, some Lifesaver mints, just in case you need them. I have a little pill caddy that I got. I think my wife got me this. Don't know what the brand is, so I'm gonna cover the brand. It's nothing fancy. It just has some partitions in it to put various pills. I keep allergy pills and Tums and Advil in there in case you need them. And some tiny, tiny sticky notes in case you need to leave a tiny, tiny note. That's what's in this bag, and that's most of my basic everyday carry. There's a lot of other things I carry for different situations like work or projects, but yeah, that's the quick and dirty of it. Like I said, normally if it's just me running around somewhere, I've got my wallet, I've got my phone, and I might put these loops in depending on where I'm going, and maybe the multi-tool in my pocket, and I feel like I've got a lot of stuff covered with that. But I'm a fan of these little tech pouches. It's basically like a clutch. It's funny, you call it a tech pouch, but it's like a clutch, you know? But this just lives in a different bag most of the time or sits on my desk and I can pull stuff out of it. So that's my everyday carry. If you got anything that you have in your everyday carry list that you want to share, I'd love to hear about it. Please comment below, put it in the comments. And that's all I've got for this one. So thank you for your time. Hopefully that went pretty well for a no editing one. And that's all I got. I will catch you in the next one. See ya.